I went through District 6 public schools, so I've been here since 3rd grade, went to Centennial, went to Chapello when Chapello was middle school, and then John Evans when it was a junior high. And in junior high, got into some programs, Educational Talent Search and LULAC, that kind of helped get me into groups of, what could you possibly do when you get older, and kind of started my thinking, and still didn't know what I wanted to do. And then when I went to Greeley-West, I had academic advisor, Miss McGilvery, who was kind of you should be a peer helper and try these out. And so I figured, all right, why not? So then I kind of went into the schools as a sophomore, junior, senior, and helping other schools mentoring. So that was kind of exciting. And so I was probably since I was a sophomore, I knew I wanted to teach and be in the schools. And everybody's it's an appealing job because you have summers off, but really you do professional development, you just get better at your craft. And so I enjoy taking the professional development in the summertime to help me out, and I really enjoy working with kids. And so I figured it'd be a great place to land for a career. And kindergarten, who doesn't love kindergarten? It was an experience because in each school I loved the teachers that I had, and they kind of inspired me to do better and work on my craft in each subject. So they all had special hearts that kind of helped me drive my learning, and I appreciate it. I do. I think I'm a better person because of the teachers I've had in District 6, and being a successful story coming out of the district. I like to tell people that because it is a good school district. So. When you asked me about when I moved to kindergarten, I kind of cried like kindergartners do, because I was like, oh my gosh, I've only worked with the upper grade levels, and I was kind of sad like a kindergartner. And it just happened to be the same year my daughter was in kindergarten here at Meeker Elementary with Pat McLeese, and she kind of helped mentor me in a different kind of way, because she would send home homework and I'd be like, oh, I can try that with my kindergartners. And so kind of inspirational help from her, even though she didn't know. So that was kind of nice. And then I've been working with kinder since to this day, and it's my favorite. It's new learning, and they're new people to shape and mold into awesome students. It's different because for the first time you're taking parents' babies from them and acclimating them to a community setting, an environment where they get to explore and actually figure out who they are independently. So it's a lot of, they haven't learned certain things, and I need to find the right ways to show them and get them to discover and experience school for the first time and make sure that they love it. So it's different because it's a whole wide world of new. It's like watching my kids when they learn something for the first time and they get it and they take it and they're so proud of themselves. It just makes me feel really good too, like a second parent. And so I like to brag about it, and I like to tell them, show what you know, so that way people can see how smart you are, and it makes them proud and be lifelong learners. Your counselor, your mom, your advocate, your sometimes like a sister, you're every title you could possibly have that could be an adult to these kids, because you're such a role model to them that they look up to you, and you just kind of have to place yourself in those roles and help them out, to help them survive and help them feel safe and help them feel successful in school. You can't just wipe your feet at the door and say, oh, it's a brand new day. You have to take the good with the bad. And sometimes they just need a shoulder to hug or to cry on and someone to smile at them. And so that's our job as teachers. It's like watching my kids when they learn something for the first time and they get it and they take it and they're so proud of themselves. It just makes me feel really good too, like a second parent. And so I like to brag about it, and I like to tell them, show what you know, so that way people can see how smart you are, and it makes them proud and be lifelong learners. First of all, I hope that I relay it to the students how well they've done and how far how much they've learned, so that way they have a sense of pride and accomplishment and know that, wow, I'm going on to first grade because I really learned a lot. And specifically telling them and showing them that in the readings that they can read 2-3 pages of words by the end of kindergarten, and showing their writing and daily conferencing with, like, look what you've done. And the math is amazing. They can see their progress growing on the computers, and it makes me feel pretty good because I feel like I'm a confident teacher, and if I'm confident, my students are confident, and we like to show what we know at the end of the year, and we brag about it, and we talk about it, and I let them know specifically what they've done well, and that way they know, feel pride. No, sometimes I'm like, we'll let the future be what it's going to be, and we'll see, and if doors open, I'm not one to push opportunities away, but I do weigh them and judge them according to like my personal life and how I feel like in the classroom. I really do. My heart is in the classroom. I love teaching. If that's where I'm going, that's where I stay. But truly, no one ever sees like the time that you put in during the day. Like, I might come at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning just to make sure that the class is set up, or that I'm on track with my data, or I might stay till 7 o'clock at night. You might see teachers here on the weekend, and no one sees that because it's not during the day operations when people are awake. So I think that's the biggest misconception, that they have so much time off. And really, if you would count the hours of what teachers put in, there's never enough time or a credit to what they do.